Political pundit Van Jones and others are finally realizing that mainstream media is dead. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Van Jones and quite a few other people on the left who are finally realizing that the mainstream media is dead. And to be totally honest, they've been dead for a very long time. But a lot of these people in mainstream media, in high-level positions, the so-called elites, at least they think they're elite, these people are so far removed from regular, everyday people that they didn't realize they died probably about 10 to 15 years ago. Now, I got personal stories about industries dying and having to be able to adjust immediately. I'll talk about that later, but they haven't adjusted. They're still doing the same old things that maybe worked back 25 years ago. Okay, we're door knocking and we're trying to shake hands and kiss babies, do all these different things. What they're doing is inefficient, very expensive, doesn't work, and it only serves to fuel certain industries. Because when you're talking about a campaign, there are a bunch of different vendors that offer this service and that service and that service. So all they're caring about is continuing to get their service. So they'll give you an invoice, $200 million. And if you don't know any better and you're kind of a moron and escape from reality, you'll pay it. When the truth is, you don't have to do that. There is a lot less expensive way to go about handling that business, to go about getting your message out there. Now, before I go any further, let's get to some clips here. We'll get to Van Jones after this one. This is Leslie Stahl from, what's that, 60 Minutes, CBS, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, CBS, and Wall Street Journal's Peggy Noonan. They're talking about how the mainstream media has died. Then we're going to get to Van Jones. And of course, all my videos, all my links will be in the box. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
But we're at a point where if the president of the United States is going to say legacy media is dead, well, I guess Musk said that. Legacy media is dead.
And he wants it dead. He wants other media.
But it is kind of, sort of hobbling right now. And I don't know how it recovers. I'm very dark about it.
You're very dark about it.
I am.
I just, well, this is, we're talking about something so essential that you don't want to say, well, we'll see, or maybe the world will end, we'll see.
But
I mean, look, see, they don't even understand. I think they legitimately, seriously don't understand why the mainstream media is dead. I mean, the reason is it's pretty easy. Once you just kind of get out of the media, get out of the ivory tower and look, it's easy to see. And if you've had your ear to the streets like I have for the past my whole life, then you see why the mainstream media has died. Let's go to Van Jones. Let's see what you got to say about it.
In the Philly suburbs. And I'm telling you, we are way off. The entire political class is way off. First of all, digital is a new door knocking. Mm-hmm. You got to understand that. We were laughing our butts off at Donald Trump for suspending his door knocking campaign and letting Charlie Kirk and Elon do a bunch of stuff online. Mm-hmm. We said, these guys are idiots. These guys are stupid. Then you start knocking on these doors. You know what people come to the door with? Their phone.
Now, pause. He's right about everybody coming to the door with their phone, but right when he first said that, I'm like, they're coming to the door with their pistol, because nowadays, look, I got my video doorbell, so I see you coming. If you look kind of nefarious or you might want to do something to me, then I'm prepared with something else other than my cell phone. But let's keep on rocking.
In their hand. They're in a 24-hour digital surround sound that has nothing to do with CNN, has nothing to do with any stuff that we do. I got a teenage son. I asked him, who are the most influential people in the world today? I'm thinking to myself, he's going to say Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z. He says, Kai Cent, Aiden Ross, Jinxie, and Sketch.
Now, look, he meant to say Kai Cenat. See, he don't even know who these people are, and they have hundreds of millions of views every month, maybe even every week. Like, people who are not in tune with the online space have no clue what's happening. They have no idea how much influence these people have. They have no idea how much money is being made over there. And they don't understand that they could utilize these people and spend a lot less money than their old school way of campaigning, which only seeks to, it only fills the pockets of those who've been around for a long time doing this. This is pretty much their job, to help you do a door knocking campaign or some kind of telemarketing. These are things that don't work anymore. Or maybe they do work, but they don't work as well and they're not as efficient as going online.
I don't know who he's talking about. I said, what platforms are you on? He goes, I'm on Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. I said, that sounds like you need to go to the hospital. What are these platforms? I'm telling you guys, the mainstream has become fringe, and the fringe has become mainstream. There are platforms, there are people out there that are getting 14 million streams, and we're on cable news getting 1 or 2 million. And so there is a whole world out there. Kellyanne Conway, I hate to agree with her, but I do a lot of times. Donald Trump understood that and we didn't. And it's not just Democrats that don't. The entire political class is way off, way off, way off.
Exactly. 100% Van Jones. You're right. You're 1,000% right. But you know what? The thing about it, you're late. It's the year 2024. It'll be 2025 before you know it. You'll go to bed at night. You get up in the morning. It'll already be past New Year's Eve. All right. We'll be in 2025 before you know it. Time waits for no man and time moves very fast. Now, personal story about how I knew that a certain industry had died and I had to move on. And I got to adjust rapidly because unlike a Van Jones or anybody in that room, I don't have a corporate background. I don't come from like, you know, some kind of elite type of situation. I come from the street, really. Like I used to sell club flyers and whatnot in Virginia. And if you know me from back then, you know I'm telling the truth. So that's what I know. But I remember one time this is like 2012. And it was one incident that let me know that what I was doing, printing flyers, 5,000, 10,000 business cards. I knew that industry had died when one thing happened. So one of my top clients decided to just put a random image that their cousin probably made on Instagram. And that got a lot of attention. That was getting a lot of hits, a lot of views. So then I stopped getting calls. And it wasn't just them, it was everybody else. I'm like, what's going on? And the feedback I got was, why would I pay you $200, $300 for a box of flyers every week when I could just put this picture on Instagram for free or for $25, get my cousin to do it? I'll just put that on there and get the same kind of attention to my party as the flyers did. So it was technology coming in and pretty much pricing me out. So what do? Just keep hammering the point home? See, what the Democrats would do is keep giving the flyer guy $200 every week because that's just a machine that's set up. You've been doing it for the past 40, 50, 60, 80, 100 years. Why stop now? But a smart person, which many of us on the right are, we say, you know what? We have new technology. There's no need to keep doing the old thing. Why would I pay you $200, $300 every week when I could put a flyer on Instagram for free? It just doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to just keep feeding the old machine. I'm going to do what's best for my campaign and what gives us the best shot to win. And that's why Trump spent, what, $375 million or so compared to Kamala's. I think the number now, the minimum is 1.5 billion with a B. The max is like 2.5 billion. Let's just say the minimum, 1.5 billion to 375 million, but a 375 million person won because they were more efficient and they used technology that is up to date. They reached people where they were. They had a better message. It was overall a better campaign. But the most important thing here is realizing when your industry has died. Look, I'm going to say this, then I wrap it on up, put the bow on top. The mainstream media is dead because modern technology, people are cord cutting, anybody watching TV. But beyond that, the mainstream media have abused their position in society. For a very long time, we viewed the mainstream media as infallible. Whatever they said, we took it for gospel. We didn't really question the mainstream media that much. I mean, at times we did, but not the way we do now. It's to the point now where they have lied so much, even to their leftist audience, because understand this, after Kamala got stomped into line during the 2024 presidential election, MSNBC, CNN, all the alphabet letter TV outlets on the left lost 50% of their viewers, 40% of their viewers, 60% of their viewers because the viewers felt betrayed. The viewers felt lied to. And that may be irreparable. You can't just do whatever you want for one short-sighted goal and act like that won't damage you in perpetuity, which it most certainly will. So listen, if you want to become relevant again, you got to start respecting your audience, stop lying to them, and adapt to what's happening right now rather than trying to craft narratives that the public does not like, which further alienates them away from y'all. But hey, if you want to keep on falling, don't listen to me. I don't know nothing. You guys got it. You guys have the answer, which is why you spent $2.5 billion that got Kurt Stomp. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you agree with Van Jones, Leslie Stahl, and the other lady about the mainstream media's struggles? Do you agree with me when I say that they've been dead for a long time, but they are so stuck in their ivory towers, so stuck trying to pretend to be elite people, dressing snazzy, living in LA, going to cocktail parties, tuxedo events? They're so busy doing that they don't understand what's happening in the streets. I come from the quote unquote streets, legal stuff, of course, and I'm always keep my ear to it. I'm a stay in tune with what the younger people are doing. I'm a stay in tune with regular people. So I understand the best way to communicate. It's just that simple, but on their side, they don't, which is why they become objects of ridicule and we don't take them seriously. But whatever your thoughts on that are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. Mainstream media been dead for a long time. They're just now having their funeral, although the body been on ice for the past 20 years. I mean, that's just really what it is. But again, if you are on the opposite side of Kamala's campaign giving out $2.5 billion, you don't care that what you're doing doesn't really work. All you care about is getting money and putting your kids through college and paying off your mortgage and whatnot. That's how y'all are on that side. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that is all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.